Welcome into another edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Corey, along with the head coach of the Redskins, Kirk Frederick. I know it's not the easiest thing after a win to go back and say, I found a lot of things wrong. But you can kind of say that about this game against Edmond North.
Yeah, there were some really positive things hidden within a what we would call an ugly game. You know, you take those turnovers away, which you don't want to do. Right. But those are really the glaring thing that everyone says, it just looked ugly, that game. But there were some really good offensive performances by Darius Boone and some other guys that had some great, C.J. Moore had, I think, 6 catches, 2 of them were touchdowns. And so you've got some great play out of some guys. It just got a little ugly with the way that Edmond North was playing defense. They played very well, and stingy defense. And our defense played very well outside of the first 2 drives. And but when your kids are expecting, excellence, and your coaches are expecting that, and it doesn't happen, we started to press a little bit, but we still finished with a 26-point win, and so we're happy and proud for that.
If we take a look at the stats, it reminds me of what an old coach once said, which is excellence. No, they said perfection is expected, excellence is accepted. And you'll see some of that right here. If you look at these numbers, 402 total yards to 160, 18 first downs to 12, that certainly looks like excellence.
It really does. You start to look at the way our special teams, our cover teams, that the way our guys, we had a tackle inside the 20 on a kickoff team. There's, like I said, a lot of positive things. We definitely recognize that the game got ugly at points with that, whenever we were not executing the way that we wanted to. But again, our guys, I couldn't say enough about the way our defense played. Braden Spicer had a great game, just did outstanding. Kenya Walker, again, three sacks and a fumble recovery, but maybe it was the Thursday night. The ball was on the ground 8 times during that game between the 2 teams. So it's just kind of one of those weird deals. And unfortunately, they came up with more of them than we did.
Yeah, you take a look at the turnovers, and you'll see that's a thing that obviously you want to get corrected. I mean, from that, nobody wants to turn the ball over. You just, they're trying. When you have a game like that, and it goes in the left column, and that's what's important, but how do you during the week? Do you set it aside? Do you ignore the film? Do you learn from it? How do you approach it?
Well, we go right back at it because that's what we do. It's a district game. We're trying to get ready for week 11. So we point at mistakes. We see, hey, this is what caused this. This, your focus may have been off a little bit, but it starts with the head coach. I mean, it's the guy that's right up top there, and probably didn't get my best effort when needed during the game and in pregame. As I said, the 4 hours leading up to the game was probably where we made the most mistakes, and we prepared well during the week, but again, the preparation, traveling long distance, I'm not real sure that we were totally focused when we needed to be.
Well, it might not help, but I think the broadcast went about the same way in that hermetically sealed booth they have there. There's also something to be said for they know Owasso's coming up. Those kids know it's important. They know it's a big game. They know you used to coach there. They know Bill used to coach here. You've got all that to deal with, too, last week and this week. How easy or hard is that?
Well, when you're a kid, it's probably, hey, what's the game this week? And they look ahead. But as a coach, you're right. You have to manage that, and you have to take week by week. We were excited to get to play district play, but also having that bye week, and we had great momentum going into that bye week. I'm not real sure we caught right back up where we need to be. It was a concern of mine, but with the way we played, we got their attention out of it. We didn't have to take a loss to get their attention, and so I think you'll see us much improved and ready to go from here on out.
There is something to be said for that when you can coach a little harder because you got their attention, right?
That's right.
All right, so we're going to come back and get the first half highlights. It's Edmond and Union, it's Union and Edmond North, and then we'll get into that coming up next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
At Classic Chevrolet, we are 30 years strong, and we proudly support all Union athletes and their parents.
30 years of treating you right the first time with excellent customer service,
affordable financing, and an award-winning service department.
Show us your school spirit. Tag us at Classic Chevy Owasso on Facebook, showing off your Union pride. And we don't want to just sell you a car. We want to help you buy a car.
Classic Chevrolet in Owasso. Visit us online at ClassicChevrolet.net.
No matter how you play, or work, or live, life sometimes throws you a curve. At Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, we help you get back to playing, working, and living your life. EOC, Tulsa's finest and most experienced provider of sports medicine care for over 30 years. Visit us at eoc.com.
Union fans, stay connected with your favorite team all year long with the official app of the Union Redskins. A free download in the App Store and Google Play, the Union Redskins athletic app will keep you up to date with all things Union. Schedules, scores, rosters, news, social media, final score notifications, as well as live broadcasts are just a touch away. The official app of the Union Redskins. You can download it today for free in the App Store and Google Play.
Back for the next segment of the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey along with Coach Kirk Frederick, and this is where it gets fun. We get to look at the highlights. So let's get to it. What happened last Thursday down in Edmond?
Edmond North playing at Santa Fe football field.
Which messed me up all night
long. Kind
long.
of crazy. You know, I do want to give a shout out to the Santa Fe student body. They actually came over and cheered for us. So I guess there must be a rivalry between those two. So we had some Santa Fe students along with our students that were there, and our pep band was there. Made it feel like home to start the game out. You see our guys coming out in the first, Landon Wood making a nice play there. Come in, we just miss a tackle right there off the edge. Gives him a big run. Not the way you want to start out the game. The one positive thing is you feel like we fit the play correctly. We just didn't execute it when we needed to. Pat Fields, a lot of pride in that kid as he comes down and makes a play to keep him from scoring. They get it down on that end of the field. Come back here and hit us on a little quick slant inside, and just an inch or two off on defending that by Cameron. But again, our defensive front doing a nice job trying to stop the run, making it tough on those guys. Love the way we play the out route here and the way that our corner comes up. JT comes up, makes a nice stop. Again, here he comes again, same play, knocks the ball loose. A little bit loose on the coverage, but fighting till the end of the play is what I liked out of JT there, and force a field goal when we had it down the red zone. Really proud of our kids. Really liked the way this kid ran the football the other night. I thought that Darius just did a great job in the extra effort. You can see it right here. A lot of guys doing a good job up front. Alfonso did a nice job, Gallegos, most of the night, and those guys up front, but really proud of Darius and the extra effort.
That was a terrific throw by Peyton under
Great
pressure.
throw by Peyton, and just you're starting to see it. We talked about it. Just some things that feel like we're doing a little too extra, too much thinking, and turn the ball over. Good contain by our guys. You see Elijah come in, do a nice job with that. Nice contain on that. Defensively, I think we had somewhere around 8 to 9 tackles for loss on the night. So really proud of our kids. Look at the big play there out of Kenya. Kenya just did a great job. You can see the angle here. Nobody likes to see that if you're playing quarterback for sure. Really proud of our senior, Kenya Walker, for that sack.
Yeah, Kevion ran pretty hard too.
Kevion came in, had a nice spurt for us a couple of times, and did a good job at tailback. Love the throw and catch. Good play call on the smash route here off the sprint out. Going to AK. AK's right there. It moves the chains. Just a really nice job. Good shot at Dr. Rahal there too. Our team doctor doing a good job there. Love the play here. We get the ball inside. Probably would have scored off that play if the ball is just a little bit higher. But again, our receivers are catching the football, doing a really good job. There's CJ with an awesome play on the slant pattern. Thought the protection was really good, and Peyton just throwing a dart in there to get us the lead for the first of the night.
Best thing he did was throw it out front of him.
Here we are defensively, going right back to work. See the defensive line battling inside. Cameron Watts at the corner position coming up. Give a little bit of a short underneath route, but again, make them earn everything. Great coverage down the field, and quarterback has to scramble with it. Here they are again. Come back with a little play to the outside. This is an interesting fourth down play where the receiver actually stepped out of bounds. And so it's a loss of down, which gave us possession. I usually don't see that on a fourth down. It was a little confusing there for a little bit to see that take place. But it gives us possession because that was on fourth down when they got that penalty. So our offense goes right back to work. Darius running the ball hard. And, man, you gotta love that. And you see guys coming there. Lawrence Harris. Just a great block from a tight end position, and Darius Boone goes in for the score.
Darius doing his best Tyler Adkins, Shamari Brooks right there, wasn't he?
We lose our leverage, but just I hate to say plays with your hair on fire, but I mean, I'm telling you, Braden Spicer is just all over the field doing a great job. You see Pat and Landon and JT doing a nice job there on that one. Excited about Isaiah McGuire coming in defensive line and spelling us a few times. You saw him there pushing the play there. You see him again on some great pressure to the outside on the quarterback. We get the ball right back.
Yeah, he and Michael Panther, several of your D linemen, I thought, did a nice job.
They really did. Come back offensively, trying to take a shot down the field. What a great catch. Love the play. AK is just continuing to get better and better every week, catching lots of balls. I don't know about the concentration it takes for that, but just an outstanding play. We miss a block off the backside, and they do a nice job of picking up the fumble there and gives their offense another opportunity. There's Spicer again on a nice play. Again, Spicer, Kenya Walker, lots of guys diving in. 4th and short. Love the way our guys played. How about that one right there? Just a great job. Got a great line stun up front, and our defensive line just clogged it up, and Spicer cleaned it up.
Darius Boone's one ankle from a
Yeah,
score.
it's almost like we were allergic to long runs the other night. You know, it just seemed like every time we got close to one, we'd trip up. But you just got to love the effort. Just look at big Ricky Stromberg down there with a nice block to the inside. You got Fort in there driving inside. It's just you get a guy like Darius that runs that hard. You add that with Mario rolling. You'll see him coming in here at the end. Just a great job by our offensive line.
Talk about running downhill, that's the definition.
Back defensively, love the coverage, everything that's loaded up there. JT did a nice job of covering that up. Great job there by Raper, another linebacker coming in making a nice play. Nick Jones from the outside backer position making a nice stop there. See Pat Fields on good defense. Underneath, they throw a little screen play outside, and just love the way that our corner came up, Daylon Figures, and the way that he just was physical on that block on the outside. Kenya Walker chasing the guy out of bounds again. I know as a defensive line you get frustrated. Hey, that should be a sack, right? If I chase him out of bounds for a loss.
So, right?
You would think so, right? Back to offense, great protection. Like Peyton, how much patience he has to step up in the pocket. Peyton Thompson does a great job, good pocket, good protection, and good ball down there to Avery. Got to tuck that ball away when we step up. Again, guys playing with a lot of pride and effort, just mistakes that kind of ended a few drives.
That's a nice hit.
Great job up front. Again, our guys, I mean, just the fits and the ways that our guys are playing around the football. You got lots of guys in white jerseys on the pile. Awesome defense down the field. Love the way JT played that. Just need to catch it and get our own turnover on that one. CJ so elusive, and then you see Ricky there just driving the guy completely out of bounds. Doesn't have to be a long pass to be a lot of pass yardage, does it?
No, especially when you got those kind of long legs.
You got CJ with a great extra effort. Love to see the guys down the field, teammates blocking for him. You see AK picking up a block, just a big time play. Come back with the screen underneath. Not exactly how we design it, but Avery does a really nice job of finding the gap and competing and getting in to the end zone.
I think he might be the most unknown in the state offensive football player who I think is
I
really
really do. I think just on any other team, outside of CJ, he's the star of the show and continues to give us quality snaps, and really proud of what Avery's done his senior year.
So it's interesting. It's 28-3 at the half, and you can still kind of feel like, wow, we left some stuff out there, which I'm assuming is the halftime conversation.
It is. It's one of those, hey, we've got some things we need to clean up and need to get better at. It's awful hard to finish strong when you start slow.
Yeah.
If you don't bring it that day, it's really tough to get going again. Kind of felt like it was going to be a grind. Obviously, we're not pushing for a grind. We're wanting to see it open up in the second half, but it was just that kind of night.
It was, but it'll end in a win. Let's put it that way. Look at the second half highlights of the Union Redskins and the Edmond North Huskies coming up on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Sing with me. I can bend a little bit. I can play a little bit. I'm here for you. I can see a little bit. I can see a little bit of you. I got a hold on you. You got a hold on me.
My name.
I got a
Alex?
hold on
Mine
you.
too.
I got a new swimsuit with glitter and fringes, and I got a case of the too many Benjamins.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independence Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independence Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
Welcome back to the Union Football Coaches Show. It's time for half two, Union against Edmond North. I'm Rick Corey. There's Coach Kirk Frederick. Let's get right to it and take a look at some of the highlights. It's going to slow down a little bit here.
It is. You know, offensively, try to get out and get something started early on. Good block there by Quentin Barnes at offensive guard. Kevion with a nice run inside. You love the way that Mario Rowland at offensive tackle, the way he just comes to play. There's Kev again. Guys, offensive lineman running on the stretch play. He cuts it back. Going to keep you kind of guessing there if you're a guy trying to block for him.
Yeah, head on a swivel.
Here we come again. There's Barnes again with a nice block on the linebacker. Kevion doesn't go down on first contact. Just a great job. Throw a little smoke screen out to Ave, and he gets a couple of yards out of it. Come right back here. Gallegos with a nice pull to the outside. I don't know how he got through there. Like I said, we're allergic to long runs.
He nearly broke it.
Great job with this. You love the effort out of our tailbacks here. Those guys are competing with each other, doing a nice job. I don't know what else you say about a guy that's getting face masked and still goes 4 or 5 extra yards. Great job by Boone. And then what a catch. I mean, just a great throw, maybe even a better catch, good protection. I'm not sure how he caught that with the guy hanging all over him, but CJ really proud of him.
Yeah, nice job of getting that body inside that defender.
Defense going to work, covering well down the field. Quarterback has to scramble around. Defensive line with good pressure. That you see Jordan in there, does a nice job creating pressure. Kenya finishes it up. You got a big hit by Cade Brown coming off the edge on the quarterback. Receiver makes a nice play. It's well covered. Here comes Kenya again with pressure. And you see Daylon down the field doing a really nice job with coverage. And I think they may have got us for a little hold on that one, gave them a first down. So our defense has got to step up as they cross the 50. There's Isaiah McGuire, Braden Spicer. Nice pressure, great coverage down the field, nowhere to go with the ball. Elijah Tomlin with good pressure there. CJ with short little route, kind of, but good coverage on it. Need to fit that one a little bit better, but Landon Wood and JT finish it up. Big Jordan Kelly chasing the guy out of the pocket. And, when a guy scrambles, everybody's got to go work on the back end. Our guys covered up a lot of those scramble plays.
And believe me, he might have gotten out of bounds, but that made his point.
Yes. There's Kenya again, Spicer. Again, Isaiah McGuire doing a great job. Kenya getting held off the edge there. Just had a great night. Man, I just don't know how that ball gets knocked around 4 or 5 times, but credit their kid. He stayed with the ball, and just too much for us there. Like I said, that first drive, that third quarter is real important to our defense. We didn't get it done when we needed to.
One of AK's I'm going all over the field runs.
This is his imitation of Barry Sanders, I guess, but turns out better for us than not on most of those times. But AK doing a nice job, and got to hang on to it. Just trying to do too much. Just get what you can and get to the ground. Here's Pat. You can obviously sense some of the frustration he has. He comes in on nice play from the safety position. Makes a great stop for a big loss. Just what our defense needed, our team needed after that big fumble. Huge job there. Love the play out of Elijah coming off, stripping there. And then, of course, Kenya coming up with the fumble. So getting the ball right back to our offense. Darius comes in, gets 2 or 3 yards on the carry, got good protection down the field, and just right off the fingertips and give the ball back. It looks like a tennis match right now.
It does, yeah.
Get him on the ground. That's what we're saying. Just get him down. An old defensive lineman right there. Quentin Barnes chases him down and let the defense give the defense a chance. Great job with protection as far as what we're doing with our coverage and forced an incomplete pass. Fit the run inside, gets us to a nice shot. C.J. Harris on that pressure right there. You see JT at corner, and again on a 4th down play, they're able to get just inside and pick up the first down. But again, our guys are battling. You see Landon Wood with a nice play. There's big C.J. Harris from the linebacker spot, makes a great stop. Just kind of energizes our defense when a guy comes in and makes a big play like that.
Yeah, they're having to work for it here.
Get to the 4th quarter on 4th down and bring a little bit of pressure. Braden Spicer with the hair flip, looking for a shampoo commercial, I think there, but Braden makes it a great stop on 4th down, and love, again, the way that Spice is playing. Offensively, Kevion, just an inch. Like I said, we're allergic to those, I guess, in this game, and just an inch away from a big play, but Kev's working really hard inside. We get the ball again to Darius. Got both those guys in the backfield now, and just trying to find ways outside of the penalty here that we can move the football and eat some clock.
It's amazing how when one of them plays really well, the other one picks a game up, isn't it?
It is amazing. Try to take a shot here, get Kev just off the fingertips down the middle, and or that's another big play. After a punt, Cade Farquhar had a nice punt there. We get a good play. You saw that Trey Thompson made a nice stop. Got a great get off there by Isaiah McGuire. And again, I thought he played really well coming in as a reserve at the defensive line. Back to work offensively. Again, offensive line doing a nice job in there, doing a really proud of the way that our guys continue to play.
Nice little pancake there at the end.
Very nice. Our guys continuing to play and continuing to see what we can do. Unfortunately, we got to punt the ball. We get it inside the 10 at the end of the game here, and so trying to do what we can to make some stops. Right there, you see Daylon Figures at corner making a nice play. They come back and try to run a little boot play. Able to catch the ball. Young sophomore named Josh Frederick on that tackle there. Got to throw that name out there as well. Really proud of Josh. Come back with some reserves here. You got Tyler Fisher at quarterback, doing a good job. Keith Dorsey carrying the football. Really like to kind of see the energy out of Keith after get fresh legs out there at the end and see some good blocks out of some guys. And my favorite play is we see Tyler close it out with the victory play. Probably the most successful play of the night when you get to have a victory play like that.
Yeah, and we know you never complain about wins. That's all there is to
That's
it.
right.
You celebrate every victory, no matter what. It's a win, and you move forward. So what was the bus ride home like? Tired?
Yeah, it was tired. It was a late night. You know, those Thursday night games in Oklahoma City are pretty rough. Getting up, going to school the next day, but I'm proud of our kids and the way we handled it.
All right, when we come back, we're going to have up close and personal. We'll see some shots from this, and we'll still talk about that next game coming up. That's ahead on the Union Football Coaches Show. Welcome back. It's the Union Football Coaches Show. Kirk Frederick, the head coach of the Redskins. I'm Rick Corey. Union winning over Edmond North. Let's get some pictures. What do you say? Some great shots here with our up close and personal. Saw Dean Etchison actually at the game. He lives not far from that. It's kind of cool for him.
I know. It's awesome. Dean does a nice job for us. And,
who's that kid in the front?
Yeah, we got a coach's kid there, JT. Frederick up front, ball boy along with Jack Federline. Those guys do a great job. They're running all over the sideline all night. Those kids do a great job with it. Another coach's kid, Cade Brown. Cade, I'm so proud of him as a senior. Coach, the son of Jeff Brown, our defensive line coach, doing a great job. A couple of safeties, couldn't be more proud of Pat and Landon. Coach's dream to have 2 defensive safeties like that. It's like having 2 quarterbacks. Those guys do a great job. Love having this guy back, Trey Thompson. This is actually on the PAT, but Trey back at linebacker as well has just did an outstanding job. Here we see Coach Roque. Coach Roque directing the offense there. And they see Zone Shannon there in that picture along with a lot of other guys. We talked a lot about Braden Spicer and his buddy right next to him there, Nate Raper, also playing extremely well. I'm proud of Nate and what he's doing as a senior. Love seeing Darius, talked about that. Of course, the big guy up front, Ryan Rodriguez, pulling around the corner there. Nice job with him. There's those Hogs. You got Quentin Barnes and Zone Shannon and Alfonso Gallegos in there. That's an awesome pick that you see there. And then, of course, a couple of secondary guys, Landon Wood and JT McLeod, doing a nice job on defense all night long. Cade Farquhar, punter.
Punter gets some time.
That's right. The punter got some time. He also got some time at receiver. He's a very talented kid. He's played some quarterback, punter, receiver for us. So, again, another Farquhar coming through and doing a nice job for us.
And thanks to David Fisher for those pictures. That's terrific. All right, in a minute 50, it couldn't be a lot bigger. I mean, I remember getting ready for a lot of Jinx games, a lot of Broken Arrow games, but I think I'm as excited about this one as any. And you can't take the emotional part out of it. You'd been at Owasso. Bill, of course, had been here. How do you keep everything even this week?
Well, I think it's, for our kids, it's about, a number 1, number 2 matchup. We understand that in district, every game is important. This is a big one. They're undefeated. I said early on in the season it'd be kind of neat if they were undefeated coming in during this, and they've done their part. Their staff does a great job. There's got some guys on their staff that used to be with us, and so a lot of our kids know some of their staff. Of course, I'm friends with Bill and all the dynamics of that, but when it comes down to it, it's about those kids that are juniors and seniors right now. They have no idea what the coaches back there. I mean, a lot of our kids probably didn't know that I was at Owasso, and they know who Bill Blankenship is and what he did here. He did an amazing job. But again, he's been gone long enough. They don't understand. To them, it's more about having an opportunity to be 2-0 in district.
Yeah, and 1 against 2, as you said. So what do they do well in 30 seconds?
Well, they are extremely talented. Probably the most talented team that we've faced all year long. No disrespect to any of the other teams, but those other teams didn't have a guy going to Ohio State. We don't have a guy going to Ohio State. We've got some talented kids, but they've really have done a nice job. They've also worked well within the scheme. Coach Blankenship's done a great job with their team, and then defensively, they're playing with a lot of energy and a lot of confidence.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. There's no place in the world I'd rather be than right here at Union Tuttle Stadium on Friday night at 7. Hope we see you there as well. We'll see you next time on the Union Football Coaches Show.